There it is. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest, gentlemen, we've waited a long time. We've trifled. We've trudged. We've struggled. And yet, at the end of the day, we've arrived. We've arrived. And today, in a few moments, Lionhearts Crusade, the greatest Roblox experience to ever exist, is reopening. And to celebrate, I would like to do a 30-minute opening monologue, a speech about the existential nature of the soul as it relates to gaming. Just kidding. Alright, we're opening. We're opening right now. Unless Roblox bans me at this very second, the game is becoming open. It's opening right now. But, I don't know. You guys really want it open? We got 69 viewing. It's pretty good. Show me in the comments if you want the game open. Show me in the comments. I want to know. There it is. That's what we want to hear, boys. Let's go. All right. Congratulations. Lionhearts Crusade is now open. We are open. Thank you, everybody. We know it's been tough. On a serious note, we know it's been a long, what is it, 3 weeks? We never wanted it to be down this long. It was a catastrophe. It happened at the worst possible time. There's a lot of things going on, but I'm not going to give any excuses. We're here. It's open. We've made some changes. We hope that you like them. Specifically paid access and Ascalon. We tried to get some more things done, but we just didn't have enough time to QA them. But we have another update coming very soon. This update's going to completely change combat. And during the stream, I plan to go into the testing server and actually sample these combat changes for you all, so you can see them. So please stick around, because these are actually gigantic. This isn't just a rebalance. This is totally new combat mechanics that are gonna completely change the game. And let me get this chat up here. God, I missed you guys. I haven't live streamed in a long time. And already I'm porcupined up. If you don't have the payout yet, I am very sorry about that. Definitely tried our best to get as many people paid out as possible before we opened, but we're still processing applications, and we know it's going to be a couple weeks before everybody's eligible. The 2-week waiting period is not actually our requirement. It's Roblox's. We can't even pay people out. Roblox won't let us. So, God, is this my ping or this guy's? got parried. To get the payout, very important. Watch my other video. It goes through step-by-step instructions. The announcement was pretty huge. The video's already got nearly 2,000 views. I hope that... Nice. Interesting. Okay, no, just delayed. Just a little laggy. Nice. Hey, Mithandir, you said no sexual content allowed. Why are you naked? So true. So true. It's the best, actually. Is there a way to fix this? There you go. You just can't see me. Wow. Nope, I'm just naked. We've already had hundreds and hundreds of... If you think the game's gonna be dead, we've already had hundreds and hundreds of people paid out and hundreds of people more waiting to receive their payout. So, Lionhearts is not going to die. People are still going to be playing, and I believe many, many more people will be playing in the near future. That is what I believe. But let's open it up. I'd love to answer questions and just talk. Look at that, 72 people in, guys. At this time, most of Europeans asleep. That's pretty good. All right, well. There we go. Love you guys too, thanks. If we suffer from infinite loading glitch. Well, I'm not experiencing that, so you might just need to wait. It might just be a long loading. I don't know if it's infinite. If you guys press F9, scroll all the way down and screenshot, then tell me what's wrong, but I doubt that it's infinite loading, because we have a bunch of people here. Can't withdraw items from storage. Okay. Yeah, there might be a few bugs just because, well, we honestly prioritize just getting the game back up as fast as possible, but it's possible that a few data things... Is that what you mean why I can't withdraw? Okay, well, we will fix that. So you can't withdraw for now, but that will be fixed very soon. So. But everybody, it's all right. I think the database is just a little throttled, but something we're gonna take care of. Don't worry. Important thing is you can play. Yes, Messina storage is moved from Messina to Jerusalem. ACA Helm remake, when? Hopefully soon. Hopefully really soon. Hopefully really soon. Yeah, I think it's just general database requests are just being a little throttled for whatever reason. Yeah, see, everything's just delayed. You see how long it took for that thing to process that I was in unranked? Yeah, guys, we're just experiencing some database like load times, so a lot of things are going to be slower. Nothing's broken. Our database is just being throttled a little bit, probably just some little mistake. And the good news is, to fix it, we won't need to shut down the game or wait a long time or anything. We can just shut down the servers, and when they restart, it should be good. Or I don't even know if you need to restart. Hello, Roblox. Just DMD. No, only thing that's been added were in the patch notes. So Ascalon, which I'd love to show you guys. The new Jerusalem capital. No, it's not the database needs time to catch up. It's the database is just too busy running because of something unoptimized, so we just need to optimize it, and then it should be good. The embassy's gone. Shouldn't be. Oh boy. Horns of Hattin music. Here we are. Ascalon. Looks like the map didn't update, but that will be fixed. Oh, I see. Look at this. bugs. Oh, yeah, I know why. The map's not working, because the code needs to be pushed. I mean, guys, look. Things aren't going to be perfect, and I apologize about that. And ultimately, we felt it was really important to get the game up before the weekend and just start getting people rolled in with the changes, specifically paid access. But all the bugs you're seeing will be addressed in the next week, and hopefully won't be that consequential. So, oh wow, Cybernetics is here. Hagermon, Victory of Bucket, welcome. Yeah, the map is not working for Ascalon right now, which is annoying, but it will be fixed in the next week. The map abbreviation is ASCA. Ascal, actually. Interesting. A lot of spawners right there. Kajillions must die. This is my favorite part of the map. It's this little graveyard that Roblox made. A very nice new base for HRE. Very funny. True, it does. That's interesting. I don't know what that's related to. So, oh no, I opened the menu. So what have you guys been doing the last few weeks without playing Lionhearts? Dying. Very good. Very good. Well, you can live again. Yeah, the Castellum Barrow art spawn was fixed. That's not in the patch notes. It'll be in the patch notes next week. But I know that spawn wasn't working, and now it will. So this is the new KOJ capital. Replacing Jerusalem, which, you know, they could still capture as a side base. But this just allows KOJ to not have to be vassalized every time somebody takes Jerusalem, which is nice. Mountain Blade, very nice. Forgot to add the water, that's funny. I know a lot of the water places are still not added. Yeah. I like how these are can collide. I don't know. So, before we lose too many people, I do want to show you guys the new combat stuff we added. So if any testers are in the game, please head to the testing server with me. Anybody QA or has testing server access, please head to the testing server and meet me at where are we gonna go? Karak. Gosh, I'm tired. And I probably should make a tweet though. This is open. Okay, testing server. Let's do it. Head to Karak. Do it, he says. I don't know what that means. Probably responding to something I said. All right, any testers? We're going to be displaying 5 minutes. These guys can't wait that long. Never waited that long in their life. That's a lot of health tonics. I don't need all these. Here we go. The most Chad epic build with dagger main bow. It's literally so good. Oh, actually, the testers have been doing a good job this week. Specifically, Bolides has been helping me a lot. Since my boy Talmadge was indisposed. He was indisposed. Let's do... What could show this stuff off? This one. Guess this short sword. Yeah, see, there's even a little delay in testing server. There he is. Go. So, please witness. Witnesseth. F8. Witnesseth. This is a special tonic. It is called Poison Coating. If I apply it or drink it, Now something interesting is going to happen to these arrows. If you notice, two things are happening. One, he's bleeding, which is a certain status effect that has a chance of happening with piercing damage. Arrows do piercing damage. Second, he's poisoned, and if you look at that health bar, last 30 seconds, and just so ever so slightly gets rid of that. And for the next 40 seconds, I will be doing poison damage. However, it does not stack. I can hit him with my weapon, finish him off. But once the poison has been affected, it's not stacked. It does not work on NPCs yet. Hope to do that, hopefully before release. But you can see here also, if I stab him with my dagger while this is in effect, there you go. Now, no bleeding damage that time. It's a chance to happen bleeding, so let's see if it happens again. And if he drinks that health tonic, he will be cured of the poison, because health tonic cures poison. And there you go. And there goes the poison. However, and you guys are going to hate this one, he drank the poison and was given a bilious effect, which is a side effect that has a chance to happen when you drink potions to basically avoid spamming. It has a 20% chance of happening when you drink a potion. And let me show you what this actually looks like. I have... So anytime, as long as you have that poison coating activated, there you go. Now I'm poisoned. This is what it looks like on my screen. So you can see, slightly blurred, and the timer, how much longer I have the poison. Now I had a health regen, so there we go. Now that you can see the health starting to tick. But I have a passive health regen buff in this, so it's kind of counteracting that. I'm probably going to disable the health regen buff. But you can see my health is kind of being slowly affected there. And as I mentioned, there's also bleeding and maimed. He's going to try to maim me. Just keep hitting me. What happens is these effects... Okay, he still has poison enabled, so it's going to keep poisoning me. Okay, there we go. He maimed me. So I'm poisoned and maimed, but you can see with maim, I'm limping, and I can no longer dodge. Exactly, stanky leg. There you go. Okay. Now, I'll show you that bleeding damage again from my perspective. What happens is, it's very basic. So this arrow does 25% 25 piercing damage. Very easy. It has a 25% chance of causing bleeding damage. If it was 100 piercing damage, it would have a 100% chance to cause bleeding damage. 120, 120%. Obviously, it's the same as 100. So these happens also with slashing damage. Slashing damage converts to maimed effect. Piercing damage converts to bleeding effect. And finally, what's the last one? Piercing. Oh yeah, blunt damage does an effect called mazed, which I will show you guys as well. If I just keep shooting him, 1 out of every 4 times on average. There we go. He's doing bleeding damage. See that? Blood is splurting everywhere. And it takes 10 damage. Oh, there you go. Now I'm bleeding. You can see the blood going everywhere. Now, what this means is that you just have to be more prepared when it comes to tonics. It makes tonics more important. For example, Patience Brew is a cure-all. Again, there's a little bit of a delay here, so... Oh, I can't equip in combat, never mind. But it already is gone, so... if I have any effect besides Bilious, essentially, there you go. Patience Brew. Cures me. You can also see little health regen. Oh. There we go. It disables all effects. Now, bleeding is a tough effect because it's so short and does so much damage over time, but it is short, so these things are still going to be balanced. And I think it's going to have a huge impact on combat. It also makes honestly, it makes fighting a lot more interesting. And bows kind of is a pretty big nerf, pretty big buff to bows because, here it is. Now, before you think it's a little bit too OP, just keep in mind the recipe for crafting poison coating is quite tough. Let me see if I can find... I actually never crafted in Karak before. I think it's outside the walls. Okay, so Bilious... I'll show you what it does. So Bilious has a chance to happen every time you drink a tonic. There's a 20% chance. And essentially, it's a pretty light nerf. It just is like a slight swing speed reduction, a slight movement speed reduction. And it lasts about 15 seconds. It's just kind of like a slight nerf to tonic spam. So it's really not that consequential. But it, you know, it makes it a little bit more of a variable when you are using tonics. You can see here, poison coating, level 27 required, Isocaine powder, 5 blue spotted, 1 gray mushroom, and 10 red spotted. I think we might increase it to 30 red spotted, but I'm not sure. So, you know, gray mushrooms are very rare and hard to get. And so it's not something you can just easily craft. But ultimately, I think this is going to just give tonics more of a role. So... watch how fun it is to watch the life drain from him as I shoot him. Oh, look. See if he can... Stand still, damn it. There we go. Now he's doing bleeding damage. Look how fun that is. Definitely more interesting. Now, the other effect is maimed, which Warhammers will do a lot of. And the better the weapon, the more chance, right? So, because we're using cast stuff, it's going to happen more often. But it's obviously not going to happen nearly as often with other... And there we go, mazed. So mazed, swing speed reduction, pretty heavy visual impairment. So you can imagine that could make things like blocking a little bit more difficult. And then you can also see what somebody else looks like when they're mazed. And there we go. He's mazed, and you can kind of see those little things coming out of his head. Right there. Show that he's mazed. Like he's all confused. And there's another effect I want to show you guys, which will happen when you go into a fire. Which is going to actually be really fun in the future, because we're going to add basically this effect's going to happen whenever you... I've already got the code, but we just kind of have to implement it. And whenever you step into a fire, or potentially people can light things on fire, or a fire arrow, for instance. So let's just pretend that... Ah! Sound effects are definitely good. I don't know how we got that sound past Roblox. Yeah, you guys gotta make sure to turn on particles and stuff, because you will not see these things if you do not. But let's just see how it feels when we're just generally fighting. Oh my god, he already maimed me. Oh, that's unfortunate. They're going easy on me. So all effects end after death, so they don't persist. Now, eventually we may add some effects that last minutes or a very long time, and those can persist across servers. Now, those could be positive or negative. I mean, these are called status effects, and they're not just negative. Oh god, a short sword duel. Do I really need this? Need to take some freaking Adderall before this. Ow. So I maimed him. He bled me. You can see it's a pretty significant change. It does introduce a little bit of RNG into combat, and it reduces the time to kill, which I personally like. I don't like a long time to kill, and that's something that like Link Sword's very nice of, and you know, this definitely improves that, as well as some health nerfs. And keep in mind again, these are cast weapons, and so these effects are happening a lot more frequently just because of the raw damage values. Watch, I'm just gonna let him bleed out. Good night. Because of the raw damage values, these are just gonna happen more often. And for example, if I equip steel arrows, the bleeding effect's gonna happen super often, which is gonna make arrows a lot more powerful. And I like that, honestly. I think that genuinely turtley combat, where people don't die very often, is not fun. And I'm a much bigger fan of. So these do, I think... So every time I shoot him, he's going to have nearly a 50% chance to take bleeding. Sometimes, of course. You could roll bad basically every time. There you go. Or you could get lucky and hit bleeding every time. You can see when you combine these effects like poison, they're gonna do quite a bit. And you know, adding them to NPCs will be big too. NPCs can still have them done to you, but ooh. Oh, I thought I thought I had the patience brew equipped. I just lit myself on fire. We have you can see as these things stack up, it becomes really hard to see when you have multiple effects because they all have blurs. It's random based on, well, it's percentage based on raw damage values. By the way, guys, I know that just try not to drop items in game or use trading or stuff like that depend on your inventory, because we were having huge database lag, and I would hate for you guys to lose something because the lag for the database processing. It's not going to be FPS. It's not going to appear on your screen. It's just going to be like, oh, I equipped this weapon and it took 20 seconds for it to actually equip. Oh, my outfit's not loading. These are database procedures, so just be careful about that, and we're trying to fix it as soon as we can. So you guys might want to tonic up. This guy's tanking. Just stand still if you want me to shoot you. Yeah, we're fixed. Just the horrifying screams in the background. Armor does not currently decrease the chance. However, I'm still considering whether or not to make armor effective. No, we did not add a crossbow. It's coming soon, though. Freaking infinite porcupine man. It's about the individual damage stats. It's so horrifying. Put him out of his misery. Well, that's it, guys. Well, I'm gonna go back to work and try to get this database issue fixed. But I'm glad the game's back open. I'm happy to have you guys back. Please let me know in the comments or DMs what you think about all these changes and status effects and all that stuff. But hope you guys have a great night, and we will be in touch.